Hello, dear students. Let me introduce myself. I am Mamta Devi AB, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. In this video, I am going to explain session 47 of Spectrophotometry and Photochemistry. The contents of this video are Grothus-Draper law, Stark-Einstein's law of photochemical equivalence, quantum efficiency and its calculation. Coming to the fundamental laws of photochemistry, there are two fundamental laws. First one, Grothus-Draper law. Second one, Einstein-Stark law of photochemical equivalence. First law, Grothus-Draper law. According to this law, when light falls on the object, a part of it is reflected, a part of it is transmitted, and the rest is absorbed. It is only the light absorbed by the reacting system can be effective in producing chemical change. Or simply, we can say that only light which is absorbed can be effective in producing chemical change. This generalization was put forth by T. von Grothus in 1818 and later by J. W. Draper in 1839. Coming to the second law of photochemistry, Stark-Einstein's law of photochemical equivalence, or it is also called as principle of quantum activation. This law was first enunciated by Einstein in 1905 and later by Stark in 1908. According to this law, in a photochemical reaction, each molecule of a reacting substance absorbs only one quantum of radiation, causing that particular reaction. Or simply, every molecule in a photochemical reaction absorbs only one quantum of radiation. Thus, the energy can be expressed either in terms of quantum of radiation or in terms of Einstein. If the energy absorbed per molecule of the reacting substance, then it is called as 1 quantum of radiation. If the energy absorbed per mole of the reacting substance, then it is called as 1 Einstein. Coming to the quantum efficiency or quantum yield. The results of a photochemical reactions are expressed in terms of quantum efficiency. It is defined as number of molecules reacted or formed per photon of light absorbed. It is defined as the ratio of number of molecules formed or decomposed in a given time to number of photons or quanta absorbed in the same time. Or it can also be defined as number of moles formed or decomposed in a given time to number of Einsteins absorbed in the same time. In order to calculate the energy of a photon, it is given by the equation E is equal to h nu or E is equal to hc by lambda, where E is the energy of radiation, h is the Planck's constant, nu is the frequency of radiation, c is the velocity of light, lambda is the wavelength of radiation. If lambda is given in centimeter or in angstrom units, then the energy is expressed in terms of ergs per mole. But we know that 1 erg is equal to 10 to the power of minus 7 joules. That is, E is expressed in terms of joules per mole, which is an SI unit. Now, let us solve some simple problems. First one, calculate the energy of Einstein of radiation of wavelength 2500 angstrom. In order to solve this problem, first we have to write the equation E is equal to nhc by lambda. Just by substituting the value of n, that is Avogadro number, h Planck's constant, c velocity of light, and lambda the wavelength, the answer is expressed in terms of ergs per mole. So by substituting all these values, we get the answer as E is equal to 4.78900 joules per mole. Now coming to this problem 2, a system absorbs 2 into 10 to the power of 16 per second. When it is irradiated for 15 minutes, it is found that 3 into 10 to the power of minus 4 moles of reactant has reacted. calculate the quantum yield. So, in order to solve this problem, write the expression for pi, ratio of number of molecules formed or decomposed in a given time to number of photons absorbed in the same time. Substituting these values, we get the answer as molecules per second. So, answer for this is pi is equal to 10.0383 molecules per second. Now, let us read the third problem. Calculate the number of moles of HCl produced by the absorption of 1 joule of radiant energy of wavelength of 480 nanometer during the photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine if the quantum yield is 1 into 10 to the power of 6. In order to find the solution for this, first write the expression for E. As already we know, E is equal to NHC by lambda. Substitute the values of N, H, C and lambda. We get the answer 2.492 into 10 to the power of 5 joules. So, in order to calculate number of Einsteins corresponding to 1 joule of radiant energy absorbed, it is equal to 1 joule divided by 2.492 into 10 to the power of 5 joules. Answer is equal to 0.40 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So, in order to calculate number of moles of HCl produced in the given time, it is equal to the product of quantum yield as well as a number of Einsteins absorbed in the same time. Substituting the value of pi as 1 into 10 to the power of 6 and number of Einstein absorbed in the same time as 0.40 and 10 to the power of 5, we get the answer as 4 for number of moles of HCl produced in the given time. So, if you want, you can refer Physical Chemistry by Atkins, Physical Chemistry by More, Principles of Physical Chemistry by Puri, Sharma and Patania. Thank you, students.